Hi, I'm Joe Wilkins, head baseball coach at Tiffin University. In my 9th year here, we're facing some uncertain times right now around the world, and just let you know that as much as this is tough for us, this is tougher on our players. They worked so hard to get ready for this season. We start off 9-2, especially after last season, win the conference championship, get some momentum, and make it to a regional final. I miss being around our players, but more importantly, I miss them being around each other. My heart goes out to those guys, and I just want to send it over to Russ Snyder to touch on this a little bit more. And I want to thank Russ Snyder for making this video and sending this out to highlight our program and what we do and why we care about what we care about.
Coach Wilkins, just like every day, today's a great day to be a Dragon. Even though those boys aren't on the baseball field this week or this spring, it wasn't that long
Dragons with their
ago.
green jerseys, gray slacks, and the green hats. And we're just about ready to get this one going.
Pitcher, Cody Orr.
Cody Orr will get things started. The sophomore, a .335 hitter. Right-hand batter will step in. Our first pitch going to come about .332. Right-hander winds, and our first pitch hit in the air. Hit pretty well, left center field. Back. First pitch gone! Cody Orr says welcome to the NCAA tournament. Tiffin University Dragons, one pitch, one run, Tiffin up.
Hi, Coach Wilkins here again. I just want to give you an inside look at our program, as much information as I can give you. First things first, this program means a ton to me. It means a ton to a lot of people. We develop people, not just players. We believe that you're going to be in the workforce a lot longer after you play here, after you go to school here, than you're here. We believe in a lot of things we do and why we do them. It means more than baseball to us. I'll give you a little bit of a snapshot of our program as it starts, obviously in the recruiting process as we're going through right now, and developing into the getting things situated to get here process, and then as you get here, kind of going through fall ball, preseason, and then our season, and then into summer ball and different things like that with internships and everything that's involved. We show up here in the fall, and the first week we let you get acclimated. Actually, by NCAA rule, we can't do anything with you until the 4th day of classes. On the 4th day, we can start doing things. What we do here is kind of ease into it with some individuals. We get you in the weight room right away, because the focal point in the pyramid of our program starts at the top with strength and conditioning. If we can build your body to do what we want it to do from a mechanics standpoint or a swing standpoint, fielding the ball, throwing the ball, if we can build your body and have it be able to maintain and develop on the field like we want it to, then we can start from there and move on. Along with strength and conditioning becomes nutrition, and we focus on that, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But we start lifting pretty much right away. We'll get you into small group work the end of the first week through the second week. At the end of the second week, we'll start getting into more of a team aspect and getting you acclimated into some team stuff. We'll start figuring out how to take care of our facility because we're so proud of it. We'll start getting into some of the things we do communication-wise, on the field, off the field, what you're responsible for. All those things we kind of take care of within the first 2-3 weeks. Once we start fall ball, we get 45 days to get you through more individual work. We have individual group days. We have team practice days, inter-squad days, and then we play outside competition 3 dates every fall. So once fall ball's over, and we go through and we see what we've got and we see what we can do for you and what you can do for us, we move on to the post-fall work, and that's more, again, small group work. We're going to really hit the weight room hard. We have our own strength conditioning coach that's just for baseball. And if you see the trend and where our program is going, we can attest a lot of success to that actual position. So we have a guy that's with you. He'll be here at practice. He'll be in the weight room with you. We use Team Builder as an app to chart your success and your progress throughout your 4 years here, or 2 years if you're a junior college transfer. But over the course of your time here, you'll be able to track your success. You'll be able to calculate your percentages off your max and really get into detail and dive into the development side of your game. We'll send you home with a workout that's in Team Builder for the holiday break. We'll get back and we'll continue to build through about half of the preseason. Once we get closer to the season, we'll start tapering down and go into a maintenance phase of our strength and conditioning program. We will lift 3 times a week for starters, twice a week for position players and relievers throughout the season. We play 50 games here. We're part of the GMAC conference, the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. We play 32 conference games, 50 total games. We'll go on a trip somewhat south, 6 to 8 hours south. The week before we go on our spring break trip, we usually go to Orlando, Florida on spring break, and then we come back for conference. Stay in condos on spring break. We stay in nice hotels over the course of the season. We actually outsource our hotels to a guy out of Cleveland that takes care of all of that, and we stay in a lot better hotels than a lot of teams. Because of that, he works out great deals for us. We eat well on the road. Obviously, strength and conditioning is paramount in our program, so we're going to fuel the body with the nutrition that you need to sustain what we're asking out of you. Nutrition is a huge deal in our program. We actually have a protein supplement company that we're involved with, and they give us team discounts so we can get those for you. Speaking of team stuff and team discounts, we are a Nike affiliated program. We get discounts on Nike stuff for you. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, all those things are within our brand, and we can get things at a very discounted rate for you as well. Going back to the schedule, we play 50 games as a varsity program. We actually have about 10 more extended varsity or development games outside of our varsity regular season schedule. So a lot of guys get opportunities. Development is a huge word in our program because we like to develop guys. We'll have about 45 guys in our program throughout the course of the year. As we move through the remainder of the season, we go into the summer, and there's a lot of variables, and guys ask me all the time, what do you do for summer ball? Depends on internships, what you got to do for work to make some money, and where you want to go and where you can go throughout the country. We have guys all over the country playing college summer ball, and it just depends on all those variables. Internships are a big deal to us. Connecting with alumni is a big deal for us, so sometimes alumni will, and oftentimes alumni will offer internships, and those internships are in places where there are some leagues. So we consider all these variables before we send guys out in the summertime. Academically, since I've been here, we've never had below a 3.0 team GPA. I don't expect everybody to have a 3.0 GPA on the team, but overall, the focus on academics is there. We monitor study table hours. We get progress reports, but you can control one thing, and that's your class attendance, your participation, your interest level in being a contributor to the class. And those are the things that we care about, that we value the most, and those are the things that we monitor and check up on.
My name is Benji Groen, former strength coach for the Tiffin University baseball program. I was asked to speak a little bit about my time there and some of the things that we had going on. Before I talk about the strength and conditioning aspect, I think it's important to acknowledge the people inside the program. I took a visit there last May for a couple of days, got to know the coaching staff, players, facilities, and when I left, there was no doubt this is the place I needed to be. That all starts with the coaches. Joe Wilkins does a phenomenal job leading the program. Drew Patton, the pitching coach. Brandon Cantrill, the hitting coach and recruiting coordinator. Tom Miller, the athletic trainer. All 4 of those guys in and out of baseball are fantastic guys to be around. And specifically to my role, they do a phenomenal job. They do anything that they can do to help me be successful. Then it all ends with the players. I'm a firm believer of that. So when we got this thing started in early September, started with a team meeting, laid the groundwork as far as expectations and standards moving forward in our strength and conditioning program. Kind of gave them 3 do's and 3 don'ts. take pride in everything that you do, take ownership of your mistakes, and make each mistake only once, and then don't complain, don't make excuses, and don't make the same mistake twice. So that one kind of comes around full circle. After that, the players kind of took over. The identity of the program is what it is because of who they are and what they do on a daily basis. And sure, in our strength and conditioning program, we have different phases as far as lifting and conditioning. We have mobility routines that we do every day. We cover nutrition and supplements. We take care of all those things. But really, it's the people that make this thing work. I can honestly say that Tiffin University is the best coaching experience that I've ever had. And I would put our culture up against any other program, any level, any sport around the country. And that's no disrespect to any other program out there. But Tiffin University is different. It's special. There's chemistry. There's personality. There's a ton of work being done each day. And the product on the field early in the season was a result of that. And I'm very thankful that I was part of the best starting program history.
Hi, I'm Brandon Cantrell, the Assistant Baseball Coach and Recruiting Coordinator here at Tiffin University. My primary responsibilities are to serve as the hitting coach, and I work with our infielders on a daily basis. These are troubling times right now, and I just wanted to reach out to you and kind of tell you a little bit about what I do and how we do things within our program. If you're here, there's a reason you're here. There's a tool, whether it be, you've got the hit tool, you've got a strong arm, you can pick it with the best of them. Our goal is to take what you do, enhance you, and work you within our player development system. We're not into cookie cutter methods or hitting one certain way. Here, we're gonna get after it. We're gonna challenge you physically and mentally. We're gonna work on approach. We're gonna put you in situations in which you're gonna fail and see how you respond, because that's the game of baseball. Whether it be in BP, we're mixing pitches. We're not going to do things the traditional way every single time. Infield, we're going to get after it like it's a game, even in our dry reps. Everything we do is so that you can perform on the field in the game, when the umpire says play ball. We're going to crank up velocity on the pitching machine. We're going to put you in 2-strike counts. We're going to make you make plays in ways that you don't want to make them. We're going to take away your backhand some days. We're going to take away a forehand and make you get around the baseball. All in all, our goal is to make you better so you can come out here and play on that field when it's time.
Hello, I'm Drew Patton. I'm the pitching coach at Tiffin University. This is the start of my 6th season there. In the previous 5 seasons, under Coach Wilkins' guidance and leadership, we've reached some great milestones for the program and Tiffin University. We set a school record for most wins in a season. We had our first player that was ever taken in the MLB draft, right-handed pitcher, went in the 10th round. We also went to 3 different conference tournaments. We played in the championship game in 2 of those tournaments, and last year we actually won our conference tournament, which also was a first in school history. That advanced us to the NCAA regional, which was a first in school history, and we played in the championship game of that. Very exciting time to be at Tiffin University. Coach Wilkins provides me with all the tools I need: Rapsodo, core velocity belts. He built a whole new area in our bullpen, revamped our bullpens, built a plyo wall, which allows us to do the things we need to do as pitchers to get ready and prepared to pitch, videotaping capabilities, all the tools we need. In addition to that, we have both an indoor and outdoor facility, which also allows us to throw at the distances, off mounds, whether it's long toss, short box, just straight up bullpens that we can do at any time of the year, whatever the weather conditions are. And that's a huge plus. Another area that was just a huge difference maker for our program, and I really have to give Coach Wilkins credit for thinking out of the box. He, a few years back, said, hey, we need to get a full-time strength and conditioning guy in here for baseball only. It's not shared with other sports like most universities do. He is ours exclusively. He trains our guys. He also works with me very closely on, when's Billy pitching, okay, we're going to do a heavy workload this day because he's going to throw that day, and we monitor that stuff very closely. So just been a really big asset to our program. Can't say enough about that. About the way I operate, the way I do things with pitchers, I think if you've come here because you have a skill set, and it's my job to try to then take that skill set and enhance it. So I do a lot of individual work with guys. I take that, I say, hey, this guy does this well, this guy does this well. Let's try to enhance those. Where's his deficiencies at? And let's work on those. That's my job. Communication is huge, and if you do it as a group, it doesn't get covered as well as it does when I've got you individually there and we work on something. So we try to do a lot of individual work. The other thing is I have to monitor your arm. It's my job to take care of it. So we really keep track of not necessarily pitch count, but I do. But how you're feeling, where you're at that day to throw, and maybe you need a day off, maybe you don't. Some days it's my job to push you a little bit, see where you're at. But the arm health is it's the ultimate. If your arm's not there, you can't pitch. So the last two areas I'd like to talk about are I think we do a really good job of teaching the game of baseball, from mechanics to fundamentals to plays, but in all building up to making our guys better students of the game and understanding situations when they come up in games and what they're supposed to do and why we do it that way. And finally, I think an area that is just huge and underlooked by a lot of programs is we work with our guys on the mental aspect of the game. You know, when things are going good, we want to keep them going good. So how do we enhance that, keep those things flowing at a pace and a game pace that we want them to go at? When they're going bad, how can we slow things down and readjust and redirect before things become in a bad situation? So, but we really take the time out to work on those and how to handle those situations. So.
Hi, my name's Tom Miller. I'm the Tiffin University baseball athletic trainer. This is the main training room where we do our rehabs during the week. We got a lot of different tools here that we use. We have Graston and Cups, Game Ready, Normatec, Electrical Stem. We do everything from injury prevention, injury recovery, post-surge, rehab. We do it all right here in this room. We have whirlpools, hot bags, you name it, we probably got it. We do weekly treatments in the morning, and then on weekends we do by appointment. The coaching staff and I have an online injury report where they can see in real time who's showing up to treatment and what's going on, dealing with all your injuries and everything. And my philosophy as an athletic trainer, I'm very hands-on. We do a lot of the soft tissue stuff, so like the grasping, the cupping, massaging, doing a lot of exercises, getting your body ready to sustain the forces it's going to have on the field.